Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second episode of our ABCD Project podcast. Here today, we have a very special guest with us, István, Vilmos, Kovács, and I'm your host, Moira, Bikoko. So first, would like to ask you, István, to introduce yourself briefly and tell us your role in the university.
Good afternoon. I am happy to talk about our work within the framework of the AGI initiative. I'm originally a physics teacher, but in the last couple of decades, I was rather engaged with sociology and education policy in very different areas of development of learning and teaching. This is my actual job in the Budapest Metropolitan University. I'm helping with my great colleagues the development of the learning journey of our students. And if I can start with the ABCD project story.
Yes, of course. You can let us know how you got into this project, what motivated you to become the leader, and so
I have been involved in the European project called AG Innovate. It's a self-assessment tool and many other things supporting the entrepreneurial university model spread across Europe. And this model is an important opportunity for adapting to the contemporary challenges of universities with 8 dimensions coming from strategy to capacity, learning and teaching related to entrepreneurship, and many other things that are useful to consider for the future of our universities. And partly related to the idea of this AG Innovate self-assessment tool, the European Innovation and the European Institute of Innovation and Technology initiative call for European universities to improve their entrepreneurial capacity in many different ways. And I learned that this is a great opportunity for many developments like entrepreneurial teaching and learning, like supporting young entrepreneurs, or being better embedded into the regional innovation ecosystem.
Thank you, István. So can you please briefly explain to us what's your main role in this project?
I'm actually the professional leader of the project, and I was really lucky when I met with colleagues who were partners in preparing the application, and remembering on colleagues with whom we organized a preparatory training some years ago, and to whom we could go back and asking them whether would you be ready to join us and to submit an application in the field of entrepreneurial universities.
Okay. And what was the pivotal moment or the main reason why the ABCD project mainly focuses on technology and innovation?
Maybe it is worth to talk about the ABCD name.
Oh,
ABCD means the Alliance of Boundary Crossing for Deep Tech. The deep tech expectation was the actual priority of the European Institute of Innovation and Technology. And it was not an option to be responsive in this excellent opportunity. But what could extreme exposure of the generative AI, so it even for a university of social sciences like mine, is really happy to focus on entrepreneurship and technology in the same time. So that's why the technology issue was easy to accept as an invitation. The entrepreneurial challenge for a business school, because we have business education as one of our flagship programs at METU, but also we teach applied art and creative industry related things. And it's so obvious that in the area of applied art, business is something that is very closely related to the main activity of the university. So for METU, it was obvious.
mhm.
And when we started to talk about our partners in the Western Balkans, because that's a very important feature of our consortium that are partners are from mostly from the countries of the Balkan. They were all glad and enthusiastic about cooperating with us.
That's very interesting. Adding on from that, can you please explain to us how this project, the ABCD project, might be a bit different from the other projects you've worked on and other initiatives that are happening in higher education?
I think that this project is special because it is under the umbrella of a broad networking of the EIT affiliates called Knowledge and Innovation Communities, the KICs. And each winning project is connected to one of the KICs. We work together with the Climate KIC, which is a great service for the project, and very nice colleagues support our work. And these KICs within their assistant activities are also in a network under the European Institute of Technology. So it's a very complex opportunity for working together with others.
Thank you very much for that. So now can you please elaborate for us how the community is involved? So there's professors, students, and a lot of people were involved in this project.
Yes, indeed. The cooperation is also a must within the participating institutions, and it's not always simple because everybody is busy, and it's not obvious for many academic players like lecturers and students that entrepreneurship is something that is relevant for us. But I think that most students need the entrepreneurial alternative compared to employment or employability. And that's why they must be open to this thing. And we found great students to help our work. And so therefore, their representatives are helping the project really effective. On the other hand, in the first phase of the project, we had many administrative difficulties. So we had unexploited opportunities of addressing the faculties and support units. And we will focus in the second phase very strongly on involving many colleagues. However, we had a nice series of educational innovation development, and within 6 separate opportunities, we worked together with the fourth running innovation in learning and teaching. And I think that involving the general innovation opportunities in learning and teaching, and one of the professional priorities of our project, integrating design thinking into the existing courses, helped us to tune the mindset into a more entrepreneurial area.
Well, thank you for that. And adding on to something you just said, there's a lot of challenges that come with managing a project like this, I'm sure. So if you can please explain to us maybe 1 or 2 key challenges that you faced during this project.
Definitely, our West and Balkan consortium works under a relatively different legal environment. They have much higher level of legal autonomy at faculty level, but on the other hand, or in contrast, they have less opportunities to university level integration of initiatives, and we had to learn the different practices or prior experience in the field of student involvement, or how commercialization is an opportunity for the services of higher education institutions.
And since we are at the end of phase 1 and we're now in phase 2, if you can maybe tell us some of the few lessons or very important lessons you learned from phase 1 that you'd like to carry on to phase 2.
For me, one of the greatest findings of the first phase that it's a great higher education professional community comes together and can debate sometimes challenging issues. Step by step, they know each other better. These kind of international task force or capacity can make first small and later bigger miracles, and can initiate changes in their own institutions which have great perspectives for the future in the area of innovation, entrepreneurship, and external relations of the university with the local regional ecosystem.
And speaking of the future, what excites you most about this project and what you look forward to in the future?
When we teach our students to integrate design thinking into the existing courses, we always try to direct the attention of our students to solve real social and economic problems. And should also encourage to come up with entrepreneurial ideas that have the potential to become a successful entrepreneur. So therefore, the classes themselves could prepare a basis for future entrepreneurship. And in this phase, we would like to show or demonstrate the students, even in a traditional subject, can come up with great entrepreneurial ideas. That's one thing. And the other is that at the end of the project, we would like to organize an international conference when all of the consortium members come together to Budapest, and we would like to invite other university-based incubators from all over Europe. And this would be a great opportunity to exchange good practices and how to support the young entrepreneurs.
Thank you very much. So for all those who are watching and listening, how do you think they can become involved in this ABCD project? So for example, other universities maybe, or students or professionals who are very interested in this project, is there a way that they can get in touch with us or with the whole project in general?
Yes, absolutely. We would like to encourage, for example, that the ABCD student partners should be able to contact with the students of other universities, organize entrepreneurial hackathons, for example. I know that this is one of your plans. And then the model of this hackathon could spread across the consortium and also becoming a good followable pattern for other universities as well. So these are the examples in which even if the project is for a temporary period of time, the impact can be sustainable for much longer period of activities and ambition.
So now as we wrap up our podcast for today, do you have any closing remarks or anything you'd like to say to everyone?
Yes, I think that joining a project like the AGI initiative is a big work, a big challenge with many difficulties to combat. But in the same time, it's very rewarding because of the professional outcomes and also for the new human relationships that we can build within the consortium and beyond.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of our ABCD podcast. We look forward to seeing you again in the next episode. We have a YouTube channel, so feel free to subscribe to that, and goodbye.
Thank you.